Hey guys, I'm Kate Simsley and welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, I'm super glad that you're back, and if you're new here, welcome in. Today we are building a family farm on 2 Old Mill Lane in Henford on Bagley. So this farm, it has a barn that has an animal shed in there, and it also comes with a house that has 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. It's a rather large house. One of the bedrooms is on the main floor, and there are 3 bedrooms upstairs. I created one room, and I assume it is for children. It has bunk beds. The other room is Toddler Room, and it has 2 toddler beds. And then there is a spare extra room that I imagine is either a spare room or for a teenager. So you will watch that come together. I'm using beams here. I run beams along the ceiling in the barn. I use the tool mod to do that. Now, you don't need the tool mod in your game to download this. Those beams will still be there. But you should have move objects on whenever you download any of my builds. Otherwise, those beams will fall to the floor. But anyway, you're going to watch it come together pretty quick. I have a bit of a cold, so my voice might get a little raspy, but I've got chicken coops outside the barn here. So there's an animal shed inside, and I tried sizing it down. Like, I watched a bunch of tutorials where people size down the animal sheds, but it wouldn't let me feed the animal, and it wouldn't let me clean the shed. So I ended up just sizing it back up, and it's in the barn. So you can see it, but that's fine. I don't think it matters. It's in there. The cow's in there. The cow will actually come out of the barn because it's right at the door. So I thought that was kind of cool. We're going to move on to the house. And like I said, I cut out a lot of footage here, so it does come together pretty quickly. I think the whole video is under 20 minutes. So yeah, you'll watch that all come together. I put a huge wraparound porch on this house. And I think it's really cozy. I added some things out on the porch, which you'll see later. I add a chess table, a bench, another dining table. So it's a pretty good house. It's a really good house for a large family, or if you're playing a Generations game, I think it would be perfect. I'm going to add the roofing here. It's pretty simple. It's basic farmhouse roofing. And I do roof the wraparound porch, so it is all a covered porch, and I think that works out really well. I like that, because especially in Henford on Bagley, it seems to rain all the time. Trying to get screenshots here is kind of a pain in the butt, because it is always gloomy, and I guess it's supposed to be in Britain, right? And you guys, no offense, but it rains a lot there, and it's probably just miserable. But then I get snow in Canada, so I think I'd rather have rain than snow. But yeah, it's always overcast, and it's hard to get screenshots. I paint the entire outside of this house. You're going to see that shortly. I do paint it a dark green. The roof is this reddish, shingles, and the house itself is a dark greenish, bluish color, and I think it looks really good. It just really looks like a real farmhouse. And where I live, I'm surrounded by farmhouses. I don't live on a farm or in a farmhouse, but all around the city I live in, there are farms. So I see farmhouses a lot, and this one I think turned out pretty well. Let me know what you think. I don't know about British farmhouses, because I've never been to Britain, as much as I would love to go. I have never been there. My mom, however, she was born in Scotland. So, she knows about it. I don't. I would love to go one day. That's kind of my dream, is to go to Britain or Scotland and go explore and stuff. I think the coolest thing about Britain is that you guys can, travel to all these other places. They're right there. You know what I mean? Canada's so huge. Just driving across the country, I have relatives that live out in British Columbia. It takes 3 days to get there by car. But you guys can literally be in another country in 3 days. You could be way in another country. And I think that's super cool. Anyway, I'm working on the floor plan in the upstairs. It took me a bit of fiddling to get it to work. Sorry, I had to drink my coffee. But like I said, there are 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. So there is 1 bathroom upstairs, and there are 2 downstairs. One of the downstairs bathrooms is in the master bedroom, and the other one is by the front door. And that works out pretty good. I figure it's going to be a busy household. You're going to want 3 bathrooms. All of them have bathtubs or showers. The master one actually has both a bathtub and a shower. And yeah, I like it. I'm working on the lower floor plan now. Again, it was just more fiddling and getting it to work, but I think it turned out very realistic. Like, farmhouses are not usually a very open concept. So what I did is I put the kitchen in one area, and then I added the living room and dining room all together as one. But they're kind of separated because the dining room is like around a corner, basically. And I think it turned out pretty good. I like fiddled with where to put the front hall closet. It is in the front entryway, but I didn't move it around a lot. I had it by the stairs, but it wasn't working. And then I tried it over by the bathroom, but it was blocking where I wanted to put the door. But it works out. I think it turned out pretty good. So you'll watch that come together as well. I'm trying to think what else to say here. I really don't know. I'm going to put some doorways in, and we're going to move on to the first bathroom. This is the only bathroom I show in the video. They're all pretty much the same. I use the, I want to say, Cottage Living counters. Pretty sure that's what they're from. And I use like that plaid-looking wallpaper you'll see shortly. And I use that in all the bathrooms. They're pretty similar. The master bath is a little more updated. It's still the same wallpaper and everything, but it has like different fixtures. Everything else, though, is pretty much the same. We are going to start at the front hall here. I put like a little table with a mirror over top of it. And I like the way that looks. Yeah, I am dog sitting today. I have a big dog at my house. I'm not used to having dogs. And it was in here and it was like panting really loud, so I kicked it out of my room. But it is my daughter's father's dog. So I'm babysitting it today because I guess he's been leaving out at home while he goes to work. And it's like barking its head off and the neighbors have been complaining. And it's such a cute dog. So I decided to go pick it up. He actually just got the dog. He had picked the dog up. The dog was being abused, like horribly abused. It was locked in a room. And at 7 months old, it had been locked in the room apparently its whole life. It had never met people. It had never been up and down stairs. Nothing. So this dog has super separation anxiety. So it wants to be like right with you all the time. But it's starting to relax and it's getting a little bit better. And it's not so jumpy. It's still very jumpy. So here you'll see I'm creating a double oven. Now, this oven will function. But what happens if you click on the top oven, let's say, and you were like, bake, and you try to bake, your sim will bake in the lower oven. But it functions. It still works. The only thing I did notice about the double ovens is that when you put wallpaper on the walls, you're going to want to decide what wallpaper you want and leave it. Because if you go to change the wallpaper in the kitchen, that oven will disappear. It ends up in your inventory or it's just gone. However, if you pull it out and then change the wallpaper, then it's fine. You can put it right back and everything's fine. So you'll see me do that here shortly. I end up moving the oven out to the lawn and I put the wallpaper up and then I move the oven back. See how it went yellow there? That means it's going to disappear. So I moved it out, I put the wallpaper up, and then I'm going to put the oven back. The kitchen of this build took me the longest, so I cut a lot of the footage out, but it was a lot of like adding clutter and figuring out placement, but it worked out well. Yeah, I love the double ovens. I wish that The Sims would give us a double oven. I think it should have came with Cottage Living, because when I think of country life, like double ovens are kind of a thing. So it'd be kind of cool if we got like a kit that was like a 50s kit or something, so it had like the old ovens. And they used to have double ovens built in the wall. That would be cool. I doubt that'll happen, but it would, like honestly, okay, we got 2 new kits yesterday. I haven't bought them yet. I don't know if I'm going to because they're caskets, and I'm not really into making Sims. I might buy them. I haven't decided yet. Let me know if you bought them and what you think. They look pretty good. Like I watched Little Simsy's video, and she showed them off. If I remember, I'll link that below because then you can see everything that's in the kit. They do look really good. But I don't feel like I need them. Like, I will buy any build kit that they come out with, but I don't feel like I need a casket. Anyway, we're going to move on to the dining room here. It has a big, huge, like, farm table for the dining room, and I put chairs all the way around it. I'm going to add a hutch and a side table, and then we'll move on to the living room, so it doesn't take too long, like I said. I put these little pictures on the wall. They're those little leaf pictures, but I do end up sizing them up, and I only put 2 instead of 3. And I think that turned out well. The dog is at my door. I can hear him sniffing away. Yeah, so side table, I size the pictures up here, and then we're going to move on to the living room. In the living room, I think it's the paranormal couch. I'm pretty sure that's what couch it is. It doesn't stay white. I do end up turning it to blue. And I use like the big, huge coffee table, which made me happy because I'm always trying to use those big coffee tables, but they never fit. But in this build, they did, so that made me really happy. I do end up shifting those bookcases over they don't stay weird like that. Yeah, we changed the couch to a blue color, and I used this, again, I think it's from Paranormal, I want to say, rug. And I think it looks pretty good. It's a lot of blue, but I end up changing it to yellow, so I am going to use 2 little chairs over by the window, and I'm going to add a lot of clutter, but you guys don't see that. I cut a lot out. Like I said, this would have been so long if I left it all in, so I didn't cut most of it out. I just kind of jumped from room to room to room. However, I do end up staying in order in this build. I'm a little I still shift around a lot, I apologize. But I ended up doing each room at a time, instead of jumping from this one to that one to this one to that one. I end up doing them all in order, and that works out pretty good. So that little table, I end up switching its sides, and I put that big plant in the corner. I used the tool mod to stand a broom up, and I put it outside the front door because I thought that was very country. So we also have a dining table outside on the porch, so you can actually have a lot of Sims eating here. I think this kind of would be the perfect place to have a party. I think it's big, and you've got all this space. On the lot, like I said, there is the barn, and then there's also the crop area, which you'll see come together at the end. I did put this little red bench out here, and I put some candles on the table. But yeah, the farm part is actually relatively small. The barn's pretty big. You might want to shift the stuff around in the barn. If you don't want the animal in there, you can always move them outside. There's plenty of room. And I also created a small pond out on the lawn as well, which you'll see at the end, and it's in the screenshot. Anything you don't see in this video will be in the screenshot, so no worries, you're going to see it there. Moving on to the master bedroom now, I use this 4-poster bed, and I started by putting this dresser. I end up moving it because I end up putting closets across this wall, but I do end up switching it, so it's not 2 closets, it ends up being 1, and I shift the dresser back over there, and I put a makeup table in this room, and I thought that was pretty cute. What I was thinking when I was building this was generational gameplay. So imagine we got a generations pack, this would be the perfect house. You could have the grandparents down here in this room on the main floor, and then upstairs you could turn one of those rooms into a master bedroom. They're relatively small rooms, but they would work, I think. If you were making room for your parents to move in, you could suffer losing a few square feet to have them be comfortable on the main floor. I think that'd be pretty cute. I added some makeup clutter onto that table, and we're going to move on to the kids' bedroom. So I used these bunk beds, and I used the little yellow swatch, and I think that looked super cute. I'm going to add a bookcase in here, a dresser, and a lot of clutter, but you're not going to see the clutter because I cut out before that. I did put one of those little wall lights on. I think that's one of the ones that helps with the monster under the bed. Not 100% sure. I don't really play the game very much, and when I do, I definitely don't play with sim children. I can't stand sim children. I'm not really a fan of children in general, not gonna lie. But I end up putting it on there, so hopefully it will help your kids when they're scared of the damn monster, because that thing drives you nuts. So we're gonna put this very bright patterned orange rug in this room, and we're gonna paint the walls. I use this wall swatch that I've never used before. I don't think I've ever used that one, but I think it looks really good in this room. I add some pictures to the wall. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of clutter in there. You're not going to see it, but you'll see it in the screenshots. Alright, so under the toddler room here, we have 2 toddler beds. I put a dresser, and I actually managed to get that toddler tent in this room, which made me very happy. I've tried to use this toddler tent 100 times. I'm never able to fit it in. But I managed to actually get that and a dollhouse into this build. It's like the castle dollhouse. And I love it. We're going to have a lot to do. I also put the little block table in this room. So you will see that there as well. My mouth is so dry, I can hear clicking when I'm talking. It's annoying me. But that's fine. Whatever. Carry on. So there I put the little tent, and I think it's so cute. And I use these little lights, and I'm going to end up adding the dragon blurfy toy thing at the end of the beds. And I put little tables or seats in here. And I think it turns out pretty good. That toy box, I switched the color 700 times, but it's in the room. But I do shift it over because I put a bookcase right there, and a toddler bookcase, and it actually ends up working a little better. When you come in the door, though, the bookcase is right there, so you might want to move it. I'm not sure. These bright yellow curtains seemed like a lot of fun to me. I don't think they stay. I think I ended up changing the color, but they were super bright and fun. I liked that. I was going to match the carpet, but then I ended up using this carpet, and it looks cute. I think it's fun. I think it'd be a really fun and bright toddler room. Again, with my coffee, I apologize. Coffee is my life. So we're going to move on to the room that I pictured as the spare room. It could be a room for a teenager, or you could, like I said, turn this, or the toddler room could be turned into a master room, no problem. So I put this little craft desk, it's from Nifty Knitting, with the bright yellow chair. The whole theme of this house, everything is kind of yellow, and I think that's fun. And I use this industrial loft kit, like it's a wardrobe dresser thing. I hang a robe on the wall, as I usually do, and I put a rocking chair in this room, because I figured this is kind of the catch-all room. Like, every house has one of those rooms where everything kind of just gets thrown when you have nowhere else to put it. I know I have one in my house, but this is that room, and I think it worked well. I do end up putting, like, the little board thing on the wall. I add some postcards, and I put, like, that little, I want to say it's like a craft board. I end up putting it on the wall. We moved back to the master bedroom so I can put up curtains and paint the walls. And then we're going to move outside, and we're pretty much coming to the end of the video in a few minutes here. So I'm going to play some music for you, and I will go. If you enjoyed this build, if you can give it a big thumbs up, that would really help me out, and it just makes me really happy. Leave your comments and let me know what you think of this build. I love hearing from you. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and be sure to hit the bell so you're notified of every time that I upload, because I do have some more builds that are literally ready to go. I'm actually ahead of myself a little bit. And yeah, so I'm going to add a little path, and I'm going to move on to the crop farming area and do this front and back garden, and that'll be it. So not long, about 2 minutes left, I think, maybe 2.5. So I will play a song for you, and I will go. Have yourself a simtacular day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
I'm put up with changes. Come pick me up, cause I just wanna see the light. I wanna be weightless. Teach me to fly, I won't be coming down. Could somebody wake me up? I don't wanna be here and let the world pass me by. Yeah. I just see her face wherever I look. She's standing in the crowd. So let go, I don't want to, but I'm gonna try. When she left me, yeah, let a little bit inside. You know, maybe things are gonna be alright. Cause I just wanna see the light. I'm so sick of waiting and getting too restless to be in this dusty town. I've heard of this place where people forget and you get another try. So come open up my door. I don't wanna be here and let the world pass me by. I won't see your face wherever I look. I'm blinded by the light. I don't want to, but I'm gonna try. When she left me, yeah, died a little bit inside. You know, maybe things are gonna be alright. Cause I just wanna see the light. Yeah, I just wanna see the light. We've been on and off again and again. I don't know which way we're going, no control. You push me, then you pull me back in. Don't know if I can decipher how your mind works. Yeah, you leave me wondering what it's like to feel your skin. I will keep on trying till you give me a sign. Give me a sign. Oh, give me a sign. Baby, give me a sign.